excuse me. Yes, a month in which we pay tribute to one of America's favorite, most healthful, and nutritious foods. I'm terribly sorry. As I was saying, good Lord, this is terribly embarrassing. I'm so...
Whoa, doggy! I guess I'd better wrap this up quick. Basically, Jesus, whoa! Oh, God! My God!
Baked beans. They're nature's way of saying, for God's sake, open a window. Sorry.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, a long-haired young person came into our bank and said to me, I bet you won't lend me money to buy an electric guitar. Well, he was making $100 a week, and he was over 18, and I said, I bet you I will lend you money to buy an electric guitar. And I did. So what happens? The punk gets busted for possession of dangerous drugs, and we're out $350. There's one thing about kids nowadays. You don't have to give them credit.
Universal Bank. We trust you. About as far as we can throw you.
If you love to smoke, then you know there's no place left in America where you can light up a butt these days. That's why Carnival is proud to offer our new Smokers Cruise. You'll board our luxury liner and be off to, who cares where you go. The point is, you'll be in international waters where you can smoke 24 hours a day for a full 2 weeks.
They let us smoke on the dance floor, and all our meals, even in the pool.
I like all the activities. Smoke-alongs, cigar races. Hey, I met a babe who smokes unfiltered Luckies. What?
The Smokers Cruise. Sign up now for regular or menthol. Hey, it's not just a vacation. It's the lung booster.
It's my friend. Could see me now.
Last night's one.
Why don't you just watch one thing? Why do you keep flipping channels? How do you even know what you're watching? Are you even listening to me? Well, take yourself off. You better all like. Are you listening to me?
Starsight, the built-in television guide with detailed program descriptions. What are you looking at?
Excuse me, sir. What? Coffee, tea, chemotherapy?
No, thanks. Maybe later. Hi, I'm a smoker, and while most airlines are turning away my business, I'm glad there's a new alternative for people like me.
In the event your cigarettes go out, a plastic mask will drop down, dispensing exhaust fumes directly from our engines. Strap it around your face and inhale normally.
That's good. So listen, if you like to smoke and you gotta fly, go with the airline that's like an ashtray in the sky.
We put guitar in tarmac. We put our heart in your heart attack. It's no joke when you're going off in smoke. When you're going Smokers Airlines.
Call your local cardiologist for details.
Smokers Airlines.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm President Bubba, and I'm fixing government. What's that mean to you? Big savings. Yep, every stupid thing the government ever bought and never used is going to be sold below cost. Way below cost. Why? Because you won't believe what we paid for it in the first place. Bring in the first item, Tipper. Look at here. It's a combination airplane speedboat that our U.S. Marines swore up and down they just couldn't do without. Never been used. Price tag says $27 billion. It's yours for $1.29. What a piece of junk. And here's another government surplus item that looked real good on paper back when we thought we had the money to pay for it. Solid platinum toilet seats. Use them in the home. Use them in the office. Heck, hang one from your neck and start a rap group for all I care. Get them 3 for $25 while the incredible supplies last. You cannot afford to miss President Bubba's government surplus sale. Where else can you pay so little for something you already paid way too much for?
Today, there's a beer for everyone.
Hey, me and the guys are going out for beer. You want to come along? Nah, I got a lot of data to enter into the computer tonight.
Now, there's a brew for the future.
Want me to bring you something back? Thanks, but I got some right here.
Microsoft Brew.
You got a beer tap on your computer?
With a head so thick you can float a mouse on it.
Let me get this straight. You make your own beer with the computer? With the right software, you can do anything.
Microsoft Brew.
Here, I call this one Windows 95. I don't know. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
And if you got to get there quicker, try the new ISDN malt liquor.
Hi, Gordon. What you been up to?
Big things, Fred. I'm a full-time student at bartending college.
Wow. I never had time for a formal education.
Well, I decided to make time, but it's not easy. Bartending college is a 4-week course.
Gee, how far along are you?
Well, let's see. This is Tuesday, the 3rd week. Hey, I'm a junior, and I'm late for a daiquiri lecture. Why don't you join me?
Why not?
Bartending college.
You've already spent enough time on the other side of the bar to qualify for enrollment.
Bartending college.
We'll teach you everything you need to know. You'll get a starter set of bartenders' jokes like...
So I says to the guy, you can stay, but the cow's gotta go.
Bartending college.
You'll learn how to roll drunks, water the liquor, and skim the cash register. And remember, as the bartender, you drink for free.
Last call.
For integrity.
Welcome to a new way to communicate. A new source of news, information, and computer software. Introducing American Online.
Hey, with American Online, I can just point and click.
Oh, wait. With American Online, you can send and receive email, even across the internet.
Hey, I've got email. Okay, I open the mailbox. No, that's not it. Maybe No. Damn.
American Online puts you in touch with information resources all across the country.
How do you get this thing open? Application in use? What application? I can't even start any applications.
Call now for your free trial. You'll get free software and 10 hours of free online time your first month, which you can spend trying to figure out how to open your American Online. It's knowledge. It's power.
It sucks.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Every so often, an opportunity comes along.
Dallas Cowboys on 3, make it loud. 1, 2, 3.
Dallas Cowboys. Snap back to Prescott. He's going deep. Down the right side. Over the shoulder for Bryant. Perfect. All the way down and around the 25-yard line of the Eagles.
Get the right kind of guys here. High standards. Work your ass off every day. High accountability. Okay? And then it shows up on Sunday.
Out of the gun, back to Dak. He's taking another shot in the end zone. And Dez! Left side of the end zone. Touchdown, Dez Bryant. Looking late. He starts up the middle. Now he pulls it back. Now he peels around left. Now he throws it in the end zone. Jason Witten. Touchdown. Cowboys win.
Or you hate them, but you will tune in and turn in to see what people are saying about them. That's why they call America's team.
How about this, Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? I can't hear you.
Just talk.
Go ahead, talk. How about them?
How about them?
Well, there you go.
How about them Cowboys?
There you go. How about them Cowboys?
How about this studio?
Studio time.
What?
Studio time beer. Am I allowed to say
EBS
that? Studio time beer.
You seeing this?
Yeah. So
this is new digs, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Silver and Blue Nation.
Official. They like what we was doing.
Hey, I'm just saying, Silver and Blue Nation.
Wow.
Hey, streaming live from EB Sports Network studio.
Beautiful. Thank you for the opportunity.
Appreciate it. So,
oh, yeah.
You know, we still talking Cowboys football, but, you know.
Ain't nothing changed there.
But we got a little hands-free. You know, like we had the mics right here, like you graduated. You had, like, a little bit of the we were standing close. We were kind of graduated. You're kind of like in college.
You couldn't really see your face.
And now you graduated. Now you're hands-free. You know what I'm saying? Like I can lean back. I don't have to be in this.
I can really get some emotion into my talking now.
I can stand up. I can do this. You feel me?
Look,
I can do
probably get zoomed in on. So
yeah,
people be like,
you see what I mean? Look, I can get the zoom in.
Check out my chain. You know?
Check out the chain. More is coming because they playing around.
Ain't playing. But I think we're going to talk about a bunch of nice Cowboys stuff today. So
yes.
Hopefully that's why you're tuning in, is to hear about that. We got some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we got some good stuff to talk about. But we got to give a shout out to all the Cowboys fans. We got something else, something nice for you a little bit later, too. What's up, Dino? What's up, Katina? Michael? All y'all Cowboys. Mort, what's good? Hey, you cut out your lousy fishing trip. Well, it couldn't have been that great of a trip if you cut it to come with us, because guess what? There's going to be plenty of fishing out there. You can fish anytime you want, but you just got to get us on this good Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk good Cowboys football. We love all y'all tuning in. It's an exciting day today. OTAs are done. Mini camp is coming up for June 13th through the 15th, and then it's off to training camp in July, where everybody is waiting to finally see what we've all been waiting to see. We're finally waiting to see these rookies. We're finally waiting to see these guys that have been on the injured list from last year, Tapper, Smith. It's just a great anticipation. A lot of things in the news. This week, Des Bryant just tried to recruit Darrell Revis. I have my own feelings about that. We'll talk about that. Appleby, we talked about him. He got cut. Just
Blizz said that's a nice hat. You have no idea how old that hat is.
Hey, that hat is.
Hey, that hat is.
That's all right though. The hat. I got the hat game. I told you, my son jacked my other all black. But guess what? I got a few more Cowboys hats coming. So don't worry. My Cowboys game will be even sweeter than it is.
What up, Jonathan?
I'm not even gonna say it's sweet, but it's okay. You know what I mean? So shout outs to everybody. Big shout outs again to once again. We're streaming live from EB Sports Network Studio, Silver and Blue Nation. Make sure you check us out. We'll be here every Sunday. Make sure you check us out tonight, too. We're not just doing one.
Nope.
We're doing two.
Make sure you come back about 6:30 Eastern Time.
6:30
Receiver, we'll see about 6:30.
Receiver, make sure you – what's up? Yeah,
but we got a surprise for these fans, too.
Yeah, we got a surprise. So make sure you check out. We're going to have a surprise for y'all.
Next level.
Next level.
Next level.
So – yes, older. Hey, I'm old school, so that's how we do it. But we're going to jump right into it.
He's trying to say old school. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, now I was busting on him. First of all, I was busting on him because, see, I'm the older school than him. But this dude always comes in with these old Cowboys. The white is coming off of them. They're like old Cowboys.
That's how this one was made, though.
But at least we'll know you're a little bit authentic because they're super old and they've been washed plenty of times. So NFC East Championship, when was this, like 07 or something?
It's just NFC East Division. This was a big shout out to, I don't know if we're allowed to do this one, Sports Illustrated, free with the year membership. So
that's what's up. Saber, what's up? Glad everybody tuned in. Like I said, we're going to talk Cowboys football. We're going to do our weekly Q&A. And like I said, we got a little surprise for y'all where we're going to make it a little bit more in tune what we're going on. What's up, Big Trey? Appreciate everybody who waited for the time. We were supposed to be on at 1:30. We apologize for being on at 3:30, but we, getting everything together with the studio. Things happen, trying to get everything together, so we apologize about that.
Did you guys
we'll
notice
let you know.
We're on YouTube, too.
Yeah, YouTube.
Like, you can get on YouTube and see the same thing.
So streaming live on both.
You got options now. There's no excuses to not be watching this.
Katina says she can't wait to see my face.
No, she says she can't see your face.
Oh, you can't see my face? Oh, well, that's because I like being incognito. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Magneto.
So I'm like Magneto.
I'm incognito Magneto. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Floyd?
What's up?
Everybody does. It's like
said, "Come on, I don't know what I did."
It's like the chain gang is here. I appreciate y'all. The chain gang is here. But let's talk Cowboys football. Corby's in the house. Let's talk Cowboy football though. So,
oh yeah, we got to do that.
OTAs OTAs have ended. We saw a lot of good things that went on. We saw the public finally got to see Jaylon Smith, and some people said they didn't see anything like tremendous. They just saw basically that he has the athletic ability. You can see the athletic ability. Sean Lee says you can see the athletic ability. Dak Prescott, everybody says you can see the athletic ability. So there was no surprise there, but I think everybody's still waiting for that pad work. Me personally, I told you there was a few drills. I know I'm nitpicking. I'm not trying to be the hater, but I am the pessimistic time.
I mean, somebody's got to look at it.
Somebody's got to look at it. But when you see the linebackers do the drills, I seen Damian Wilson, I seen Sean Lee, I seen Hitchens. When they were throwing the pads at their legs, I was specifically watching Jaylon Smith's left foot. It is heavily taped. Yes, it wasn't something major, but it did look like you could see where he is pushing off more on his right foot and using it more as a like a crutch. He's putting more power on that foot. You could kind of tell where he's putting the more power on that foot because that you could see the foot drags just a little bit. Not super noticeable, but it does drag a little bit where he can't pick the foot up where some other guys were coming at the bag. Damian Wilson, it looked more natural.
That just tells me that he's getting better because this time last year he wasn't going to be doing any of that. His foot wasn't dragging. It wasn't doing anything. You got to take into consideration how much tape is probably on that ankle, how much on that knee, on that foot, everything. The brace, I mean, there's a whole lot going on. It's going to be hard to be fluid and get, all your cut stuff, especially having a year off. You got to knock some of that rust off. So, I mean, I think it's what I can tell, he still looks like he's up to speed with the rest of them.
Right.
But he's dragging that foot a little bit. So
it is dragging.
Wait until that stops. It gets a little bit more comfortable with it. Some of it's got to be just uncomfortable playing football. You haven't done that in a year. You got to get used to, chopping your feet a certain way and, cutting a certain way. So I think he looked good. I think everything looked pretty smooth. I saw a couple plays where – or not plays, but, practice situations where he was hitting pads, he was coming up, and afterwards he was kind of jumping off. And I think that's one of the things you might have seen where he looked like he was dragging his left foot, but it looked like he was almost supposed to skip that way. And it was almost a drill because the other guys were doing the same thing, kind of coming up the same, but it was only one specific play that I'm even talking about. So,
right. But you saw what I saw, though, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so you admit
I'm saying I see it, but I'm not like super concerned about it because one, he hasn't played football in forever. The amount of tape on there, the braces, all that stuff, he looks good. He still still looks like he can compete with those guys for a starting job with that issue.
Yes.
Imagine. Give him a couple weeks.
Yeah, well,
I think he's
like
going
I
to be
said,
feeling good.
like I said, I'm ready to see. He looked good. I want to see the change of direction when a running back cuts and hits you back to the other side, and you're in a breakdown position. How's that foot going to react? Right. That's the type of stuff I want to see. I'm not saying he can't do it, but that's the type of stuff I want to see when Ezekiel Elliott comes at you full blast, and Ezekiel Elliott will kill you with them cuts. When he comes in with a deep cut, can that foot turn and cut with you? Can that foot open? Will it not drag? Will you be able to make that tackle, or will you be a step slow? Because those are the things you have to look at. Those are the things you have to see. If he's playing our middle linebacker, that is the important position, one of the most important positions in the field.
He's probably got a knee brace on right now. He's probably got a foot brace on for the drop foot. He's probably taped up, spatted up on his ankle like he broke his leg.
Right.
You know what I mean? How much mobility can you possibly have with all those restraints on there?
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I agree with you that it does worry me, and that's something I want to talk about a little bit later is some of those other linebackers that are out there that we should probably get for depth just because, if something is wrong with that foot to the point where he's not going to be able to play right away or, maybe they only want to put him out there half the snaps. We need some depth there, I think. And that's going to, like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit more later.
I hear you. Now, let me jump into a couple quick questions, JK, quick.
Sure.
Let me give a shout-out. Rated Rob is on there, Silver&Blue, Rated Rob is giving us a little shout-out.
What's up, Rated Rob?
What's up with you, big dog?
Sports Fanatics, Rated Rob.
Sports Fanatics, Rated Rob.
Benny gives us a shout-out from Edinburgh, Texas. What's up with you, big dog? But there's already been the question already out there. We already mentioned a little. Might as well jump into it. People's already been asking about it. It's been the hot topic. What about Darrelle Revis? Dez Bryant tweeting out to Darrelle Revis, should we go after him? He's telling you, come to this culture, come to this team, blah, 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 blah. Me personally, I don't want Darrelle Revis. I feel like he's a money guy. I feel like he's still a good cornerback. He's not a great cornerback anymore, but he's still a very good cornerback, even at that age of 33 years old. Let's stop talking about him at safety. He's not playing safety. He's not playing safety with us.
No.
He would just come in as a cornerback position. But I don't see, if we did not go after him before, why are we going to go after him now just because Dez Bryant sends out a tweet to Darrelle Revis? Now, what, all of a sudden Stephen Jones supposed to go sign Darrelle Revis because Dez Bryant sends a tweet to him?
I don't think that's happening.
It's not going to happen.
And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
I want glory hole.
I want some glory hole, too, and I don't think this is a scenario where, like you're getting Deion Sanders. You know what I mean? So Darrelle Revis, you asked me that 3, 4, 5 years ago. Sweet. But like you said, just because Dez is tweeting out that he wants him on the team, I mean, the guy's numbers were no more impressive than Horace Claiborne, Nolan Carroll, or, Brandon Carr last year. And
you're
I
going
get the
after
idea
him
with
for
that,
the name. The only reason
the same
why
numbers
you're
just
going
going to be more money.
But what I'm saying is the only reason why everybody's jumping on him because of his name.
Right, but like I said, that name's washed up.
That's what I'm saying. There's people that make the Pro Bowl every year because of their name, not really because they deserve to be in the Pro Bowl. It's because their name got them in the Pro Bowl. To me, this is the same with Darrelle Revis. If he was so great right now, how come nobody has signed him?
Right.
I mean, this is June now. Yes, maybe somebody might. I mean, if you're that great and you're the great Darrelle Revis, had Revis Island for so long, nobody has even looked to sign you. There's been plenty of other people signed cornerback-wise.
Nobody has last year.
Nobody has signed him. It's not just us. So if nobody else is signing him, why should we jump out there and try to pay you $4, $5, $6 million and nobody's even after you?
And that's
we got young bucks now. That's why we drafted.
We got Nolan Carroll for a lot cheaper. And like I said, I don't like Nolan Carroll. I think he's not really the best fit at corner for. I just really, it's a personal dislike for him, but I still think he's going to be the same, if not better, than what Revis does this year. Look at the numbers from last year; it's all the same. It's cheaper. That's the same thing we talked about with Claiborne and Carr. He comes cheaper. So why sign Revis? You already signed Nolan Carroll. It's the same thing right now.
It's the same thing.
So don't.
And
don't
everybody ain't hyped up about Carroll. I know if y'all been checking out our Facebook, if
Yep.
y'all been checking out the Facebook page, make sure you check out Silver and Blue Nation because we didn't have some nice little wicked photos. Des Bryant having Izzy inbounds, had the great catch. Make sure you check on that.
Guess who that was on?
We'll have the highlights on here. Yeah, and I'm also going to talk about Bryce Butler because Bryce Butler been looking really good. Like them routes that he been showing.
He needs
but
to.
But
he needs to look good.
No. From what I'm hearing from Brian Brothers and them guys, they're saying his spot is safe because he's catching everything out there.
Good.
But the two people that we have seen get over on Nolan Carroll, but I'll bring this to your people say Nolan Carroll, this and that. Here's what I'm going to bring. Those were 2 catches on Nolan Carroll. He looks like he's always getting abused by the catches. But can you not say that those were astronomical type catches? Like those were really good catches. Like those aren't normal type catches.
No.
Those aren't catches that you see every day. So you got to say that was at least good coverage. Was
Right.
it not?
He's always there, but he doesn't do anything. What's the point of being there if you can't make a play? To me, it's not good coverage if he makes the catch every time. You're there, you got to get a hand up or something. That's one of the things I like about Jordan Lewis, and I saw him get punked like that a couple times too. The same thing where
we
he's
got
there.
We got a picture with Dez Bryant catching it over
right
Jordan
over top
Lewis.
of him.
That's Dez
And-
Bryant.
Right, and that's a rookie in Jordan Lewis.
Okay.
This is a 6-year veteran in Nolan Carroll, and he's getting beat like that repeatedly still. So, like I said, maybe the only thing he's got going for him is he doesn't have to play against Dez in an actual game, but I just don't see much that really gets me.
I'm not excited.
hoping about
Who
Jordan.
said I was excited about Nolan Carroll?
Nobody's
Anthony
accusing you of that.
Donaldson. Oh, that will be coming up soon.
Yeah,
But let
Anthony,
me go
you're
ahead-
ruining our surprise,
Let
man.
me go ahead and ruin the
You're
surprise.
ruining a surprise.
Should I go ahead and give him the number?
All right,
please?
should we go ahead and do this now? Then let's just go ahead. Anthony's got a good point here. We got something new we can do this week, ladies and gentlemen, because we are in our new studio. You see it. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Silver Blue Nation from the EB Sports Network. So now we got some power.
Tell them the number.
We got a phone number. Y'all can call us at
1-866-217-1966. That's 1-866-217-1966. Holler out where you from. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a little – I think we're going to there I go. I thought it went out for a second. We're going to do a little bit. We'll just do a prediction right quick. Call in, rep where you from, and give us your prediction of what the Cowboys record is going to be this year. Call in the Silver and Blue Nation.
Oh,
we want to talk about y'all.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Give us a little shout out.
Whatever.
Let's hear where you're from. Let's
So-
hear some of y'all's voices. Where's
All
Ryan Diaz? Is he going to be the first caller? Receiver?
Hey, Corby, but I feel you. Carroll never impressed me. He's always been getting beat. I mean, we all know Carroll has been getting beat. But guess what? It looks like to me the Cowboys are starting him. Even in the first round, I mean, not the first round, but I'm sorry, they're starting him. They're looking at Orlando Scandrick or possibly Anthony Brown and him. I mean, why aren't they not talking about Anthony Brown over him? They're still talking about Nolan Carroll being a starter. Why are they not saying Anthony Brown is not the starter over him and Scandrick? How come we're not hearing that? So what is that telling you?
I don't think he's going to start. I think Anthony Brown's going to win that starting job. Like you said, when they get pads on, it's going to be more important. I think that's what's going to happen is we're going to see Anthony Brown progress. I think he's going to be our starter and he's going to be a shutdown. So I'm very, very excited for what he's going to bring to the table. Like I said, I predicted Anthony Brown to be my defensive breakout player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't he going to be playing over Nolan Carroll? I think Nolan Carroll's a bum personally, so I
Right.
think Anthony Brown's going to be starting over him pretty soon.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope that because like I said, we had a little article on the Silver and Blue Nation that they were going to be possibly having a Scandrick and Nolan Carroll. I would not want to see that kind of lineup anytime soon.
I want Scandrick to be in my corner or my slot corner.
I would like to see Scandrick at the slot corner and Anthony Brown and one of the rookies, but I'm telling you, they're going to at least start Nolan Carroll for those first few weeks of the season. They're not going to just throw the rookie out just like that. All right.
All right. Well, we're going to do something fun for the first time. We got Michael on the line. Is that Blizz? Michael Hibbard?
Is that Michael Hibbard?
I don't know. I just got Michael, but what's going on, Michael? It's JK.
How you doing?
What's going on,
what's
man?
going on, man?
Hey, man, I see what y'all doing. I love it, man. This is dope. I like it.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. It's all Cowboys all
all
day,
Cowboys.
right? How can you not get excited about Cowboys
Hey, man,
football,
all
right?
night. You know, all day,
feel
all
me?
night.
This is the first caller, so this is the milestone.
So you like christened it, so you
Yeah.
should feel like you like christened it right now. You feel me, dog? Hey, but
Yeah.
what we want you to call in, tell us, give us your quick prediction. What do you think we're gonna what's gonna be our record this year for the season?
Give a little shout out if you want.
I know it's gonna be tough this year. I know because we play a lot of AFC teams, so it's gonna be kind of tough. But I still believe that we'll be just as good as we were last year because we got rid of a lot of people that weren't consistently healthy for us. So
give me a record. Give me a record.
Let's see what you got.
I'll say we'll be 12-4.
12-4. That's not a bad.
That's not a bad.
I'm saying 11-5. I said 11-5.
Okay.
I'm somewhere right around there. Who do you see us taking some L's to potentially?
I feel like we could possibly lose to the Raiders. Probably.
Yeah, that'll be a tough
they got Beasley back there now, so that's gonna be a game changer. They got OB in the draft, and I wanted him. So that's gonna be kind of tough. We probably might lose to them, maybe. I don't see us losing, and to the Chiefs with what is his name? Number 10, the special team / receiver.
Tyreek
Hill. He's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look at this. Is what I look at. It's going to be a problem because everybody's going to bring their best game against us. So any team that we play this year, whether you're good or bad, we're the hunted now. Everybody is looking to see what we did last year, and they want to shut us up. They want to shut Zeke up. They want to shut Dak up. They want us to be quiet so they know we're on the rise. So we're going to get the best of every team now. So that's why, to me, it's going to be a tougher road. Why I see maybe 5 losses, but I still us winning the division. And I like it because we're battle-tested. We got a battle-tested schedule.
Right.
And I don't see.
Right, and we only went up from here because you got to understand. People don't understand that when I talk to other people around here, they know that switching is going to be kind of good, but I believe that he is going to be so cold.
Right.
Because he opens up. It's like basketball. When you have like the Warriors, for example, when you have everybody that can shoot, you can spread the floor. And now, whenever you're talking about in football, you have Switzer, and then you got Cole Beasley, or you can interchange them out. Whenever Cole Beasley gets kind of tired, you can put him in, or you can have them both in at the same time. I had Dez on one side, and you don't know who to cover because you still got Jason Witten, which is our old faithful. So you don't know who's going to get the ball. Or we could, if Dak has been doing his job, he can actually look and see if he can, audible out of it this year, and then we could be deadly. You don't know what is to come. You see what I'm saying?
We're going to be the greatest show on turf this year.
The new greatest show on turf.
The new greatest show on turf. I mean, there's, like you said, there's too many weapons to contain everybody right now. So I'm very excited about it, man.
Exactly.
Hey, but we appreciate the call, big dog. Where you repping?
Thanks for allowing me, man.
What city you repping from? What state you repping from?
I'm from Texas. I live right down.
There it is.
Minutes away from the Cowboy Stadium.
Okay,
yes, so is this Blizz? We didn't clear that out. Is this Blizz? Said it was Michael.
Michael Nelson.
Michael Nelson. Okay, I just want to get it. All right,
Michael Nelson.
Michael was our first caller.
Hey, we appreciate you, dog. Make sure you keep Tony in the Silver and Blue Nation. We got some awesome stuff coming up, so we appreciate your call. Make sure you keep on tuning in the rest of the show. We're talking Cowboys football.
Yep,
big
thanks
dog.
for being our first caller. We appreciate you.
Man, I got you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
we
got our first call live.
Little history made.
Little history made. Michael Nelson repping that Texas anyway.
Michael Nelson down in Texas.
You know what I mean? So we appreciate that. So this like everybody can understand and see. You see even what Michael called in. You see what he's excited because number one, we know about what our offense is going to do. You know you got a Ryan Switzer who, if you looked on the page as well, we had Scott Linehan who said he's got a very significant role in the offense. If you got what we talked about last week, you're going far wide with Dez Bryant, Terrence Williams, Ryan Switzer in the slot, Cole Beasley in the slot. We have big receivers, 6'3", 6'2". We have small, quick receivers, both 5'8", quick, fast. I think you got a faster guy with a Switzer, more straight line speed, and you got a elusive player in Cole Beasley.
I think Switzer's more dangerous after the catch.
That's what I'm saying. I think it makes Beasley even a better 3rd and 5, a 3rd and 6, just sitting in the middle of the zone, getting his quick catches and making the play. That's what makes our offense even so much better, makes it more exciting. That's what you see all Cowboys fans are getting exciting for because they know what we're really going to bring to the table.
They know we've got that potential with that Linehan-driven offense to really open up the field now and see a lot of 5 wides. And like I said, I think this is potentially going to be the new greatest show on turf.
Yeah. Hey guys, we got another phone call. We got Corby J on the line.
Corby J.
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
What's up, Corby?
Hey, what's good?
What's good?
Hey, what's good, fellas?
What's good? What's good?
How about them Cowboys?
Hey, we're gonna be ready this year, man. Hey, I see us going like 12-4, or maybe even 13-3. I just see that we're gonna be doing big things, good things this year.
13-3 again?
Yep.
Hey, I can see it happening, man. We got too many weapons, man. Too many.
I mean, that's the main thing what we've been talking about. Only reason why I'm not saying we can't go 13-3. I'm not saying we can't, but I guess I look at the pessimistic side of it. I don't want to get too excited because I'm so excited, but because what our offense can do and what the potential of our defense can finally do. Now we're finally getting those pieces. Cowboys fans, Corby, you probably understand it. We've been waiting for so long to get these pieces finally together to where we're a well-oiled machine year in and year out, and now it's finally here. So I can see a 13-3. It's just going to be a brutal schedule that teams are going to be ready for us.
Yeah, and if we end up going 10-6, 11-5, 12-4, I don't think that's a regression from last year either.
Not at all.
What we did last year was kind of amazing. First of all, I think we all noticed that, but they do have the potential to do it again this year. And if they do go 13-3, that tells me they beat the majority of those teams are like, oh, that's a tough test.
Exactly.
That tells me that they are now playoff ready, and they should be able to go make a deep playoff run because of that.
Hey, Corby, you still on the line?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Hey, let me ask you something. Name one person on the offensive team right now who is just really exciting you right now. Who's exciting you right now?
I'm really excited about Switzer, the boy from North Carolina.
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
I think he's gonna do big things, man. I think he's gonna ball. It's gonna be a mismatch hell.
Right.
For defenses when that guy line up. So.
Right.
Yep. I think that's gonna be.
I want to see him get out there and ball. It's kind of like Cole Beasley, times 10 in my opinion.
Times 10, exactly.
And then you line him up next to Beasley.
I mean, can you imagine seeing a lineup like that?
Wow.
You're going to have teams just fearing because I want to see when those defenses jump in those nickel and those dime defenses and they're scrambling because they don't know who to cover. And then you can still hit Zeke or somebody out the backfield. I'm telling you, watch out for that kid Thomas. If he starts getting some work, if we keep him from Temple, he's one of those little Darren Sproles type of little guys that's elusive. Watch out for him.
If the plays start to break down, though, like you said, when you're starting
and
to have receivers coming back, you're having players come back towards you now that are just running playground routes.
It's going to be trouble.
Who you go guard? Like I said, as soon as Switzer gets the ball, man, I'm thinking he's looking for 6 every time.
Exactly. Hey, Corby, where you repping from?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Killeen, Texas, man.
Killeen, Texas, another Texas boy. We appreciate you, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we appreciate Trey bringing you in, and we appreciate you still rolling with us
Make
on
sure
the
to
show.
tell your friends.
Make sure you tell your friends. It's Cowboy Football all day.
Going to make it the unofficial fan page.
Unofficial page, and I'm telling
you,
we got
here
some
to
hot
be
stuff
cool.
coming up, so make sure you stay in tune, Corby. We appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, thanks,
I
Corby.
appreciate it, fellas.
All right,
have
man.
a good one. We'll see you next week.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
stay tuned.
And we're just going to keep it rolling here because the calls are rolling in.
Yeah,
so
I heard the caller. Did you hear the call waiting? Go beep.
Yeah, let's go to
the
next person.
What's
now,
up,
then.
Ron Smith? I see you.
What's up, big dog? Dino, what's up, big dog?
All right, caller, thanks for calling in Silver and Blue Nation. You're on the line. Who we're speaking with? Hello?
What's up, Ryan? There go Ryan.
It must
What
not
about
be there.
Noah Brown?
All right, well.
I think we got disconnected. See,
Hello?
this is the first
Hello?
time we're trying this out.
Well, Michael asked
Anybody
right
there?
quick, what about Noah Brown? Is he in?
That's Michael Nelson that asked that,
That's what I
too.
said.
That's a good question. Were you in here last week when we talked about he might potentially end up being our tight end?
Well, but like I said, like we were talking about off air, so to kind of answer
What's
the
up, Ryan
question
Dye?
about Michael Nelson is with Noah Brown, we like him. From what we're hearing, the team likes him, but they still do like Andy Jones from Jacksonville. I mean, they kept him on the practice squad all last year. They kept him on there for a reason. He's got good size too, 6'1", 200 pounds. But because they were saying, are we going to keep 6 receivers or 5? Because you got your 5 that are set with Cole, you got Dez, you got Terrence, you got Switzer, and then you
Butler.
So now you're wondering, are you going to carry
Andy Jones or Noah Brown or Lucky Whitehead?
You're not going to worry about Lucky Whitehead.
No,
you're
I'm
gonna
keeping
keep
Noah Brown.
Unless he has a terrible camp, you're going to keep a Noah Brown. But any one of those two can get cut. If Andy Jones outplays him, they're not going to keep Noah Brown. Because he's young, too. He's only 23 years old.
I don't know if Jones is going to be able to outplay him.
Real quick, guys. Everyone who's listening, if you can't get through, just keep trying. We'll get to you at some point. We only got one line open at a time right now. We do have Trey Wingfield on the line, so let's go ahead and open it up for Trey. What's up, Trey?
Producer G cooking it up. What's up, Trey?
What's up, fellas? What's going on, fellas?
What's up, big dog? Hey, appreciate you had your boy on there. Now we got Big Trey on here. Big dog.
I got to get on now.
He's the big dog for real. Like
he's the big dog?
Yeah, he's like really a big dude.
Like really a big dude? So let's just say some nice things to Trey then.
So what's up, dog?
What's up, fellas?
Hey, tell me about
Hey,
what do you think the Cowboys are looking like for as their record this year?
Man, I'm going to say 10-6 to be on the safe side, but playoffs all the way.
Playoffs all the way.
I think 10-6 gets us the division, though.
I mean, it's going to be a tougher division. You got to look at Philadelphia. They got better. No matter what you said, that's year 2 of Carson
The Giants
Wentz.
got worse.
The
That's
Giants,
just me.
but they're still the
But they're
Giants.
still
They
the Giants.
They got a
It's-
really good defense. So
Right.
as long as you got a good defense, it's going to keep you in.
Yep.
The Redskins, to
They
me,
always play us tough.
They
man.
always play us tough. And then the Redskins are going to play us tough because
It's the
they hate
Redskins.
us.
It's the
And it's the
Redskins.
Redskins. And it's not like they don't have talent. So every team is going to give it to us in our division, outside of our division. So I agree with Trey. To me, a 10-6, 11-5 is still a very successful season, especially if you win the division. Going to the playoffs, you play tough teams.
Yep.
That's what's going to keep you when you go to the playoffs. I don't want to play the Browns and the Bengals and those teams. Them teams ain't getting us better.
No.
The teams are getting us better when we play the Cardinals and the Broncos and the Chiefs and the Raiders. Those teams get you better. Can you agree with that, Trey? Do you feel me on that?
Oh yeah, I agree with that, man. To get you, like you said, get you ready for them playoffs. That second part of the season.
I mean, and would you agree with me? I think I asked you this, Trey. I want to ask you this right quick since you're on here. What do you think about Jason Garrett? Because I'm talking about Garrett got to get at least an NFC Championship to do something. What do you think about Jason Garrett? Do you think right now, if he doesn't get to an NFC Championship, he's our coach that we need to keep?
I think it's time to start looking at something different if he can't make that move. It's time for us to go to the next step, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go 3-0. When I say 3-0, that's the playoffs to the Super Bowl, man.
I know what you mean.
We got to do it.
If you like me, you're tired of us getting there and having this talent. These are football years. You know, Trey, you play football. You know, football years are like dog years. You play 1 year of football. Go ahead.
Absolutely. They come quick and they leave quick.
They come quick, they leave quick. So if you play 1 year of football, you play 3 years of football. It seems like you play 4 years of football.
Especially at certain positions,
so
where you're taking more
when
hits
you're
and
offensive
more
lineman and you're 25 and 26, these are your prime years where we got to get a Super Bowl now. Not when you're 30 and 31. We don't want that. We
I don't
want it
think
in
it's a
25 and
10-year
26.
window.
Hey, I'm telling you,
I don't think
have
it's
it
a
now.
10-year window.
We got to
I'm
have
just
it now.
saying.
So, hey, so where you shouting out?
Yeah.
Where you shouting out from, Big Trey?
Oh man, I'm like Corby J, man. I'm representing Killeen by way of Fort Worth, Texas.
I love it. I leave
Sir.
a lot of my people is out there in Texas, Watauga. I got some people in they're everywhere, Fort Worth. So I know my sister's tuning in right now. So hey, we appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you bringing in people to listen to the page. We appreciate your support for the page. Big ups to you, dog. We want to keep you staying tuned in. We got to
make sure
fire.
Check back in about 6:30. We'll be running another one. It's gonna be on the EB Sports Network. So check us out.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Keep it rolling, man.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Trey. Appreciate
Yes,
the
sir.
support. Rico, I hear some questions about Rico.
I mean,
is he going to make the team? Yes.
Come on, Rico. Yep. Is he going to make the team? Yes, Rico is going to make the team. He's going to make the team. Somebody threw some numbers out. Would he get like 20 catches? I don't think he's getting 20 catches. Maybe like 15 catches. But hopefully he gets like 5, 6, 7 touchdowns in that red zone because he's going to be beasting at 290 pounds. Like everybody, like I said, is excited because what we do on the offensive side of the ball. If this defense can step up, I'm hearing Darrelle Revis. We don't need that's okay. That's cool if we went to get him, but as I said before, nobody is going after him. Why is no other teams? There's 30-some other teams in the NFL. Nobody's asking about him. So why are we the one team to go after him and pay him some extra ridiculous money that we can keep and save? Because I told you $16 million is falling off the cap this year. We're going to be out of cap hell next year. Why try to go back in there for one dude who may not even take you over the hump? He's not the guy that's going to take us over the hump. I just don't believe that. So let's move on. Let's keep our guys we have. Let's grow them during the season. Let's get them lumps. Because if you looked at that coverage with that Bryce Butler video, did you see Jordan Lewis go against the slot? That boy is sticky. Jordan Lewis is sticky. You seen the picture with him and Dez Bryant. He's right on him. And that's a rookie. He is right there. And Dez Bryant even said he was excited about those guys because I'm telling you, Jordan Lewis is, to me, I wrote the article, watch out for Jordan Lewis because he's the sticky corner. He's the corner that's going to get up in your chest.
So that's a yes on Rico making a team?
Yes, that's Rico. Sorry. That's a yes on Rico.
That was, woo.
Sorry. I love Jordan Lewis. My bad. What's up, Brian?
Woo.
My fault.
You see John's question? He said, how are you tired of getting the playoffs when you only made it twice in one century, asking for a friend? Well, because we made it and haven't won. It's the same thing we talk about with quarterbacks where they're, he hasn't won a big game. Do we need another quarterback? We haven't won a big game with our coach who's pretty much a 500 average coach. So That's what he's saying. I want to see playoff wins. I want to get the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't.
Or else I want to see.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be this guy that's going to be believing. If you watch Skip Bayless, and he was saying the truth. When you look at Jason Garrett, you can't get mad at Jason Garrett. He's a nice guy. It's like you can't hate on him. Like when you watch him, he does have great motivation. Like you can't hate on him as a person. I do not hate on him. But if you're not winning and getting us to a Super Bowl, then yes, I'm going to hate on you. You have to go. I don't care what you bring inspiration. The only reason why people will want to keep Jason Garrett, let's just keep it real, is because the continuity of us having Scott Linehan, Ron Marinelli, Jason Garrett, they all been together. That's the only reason why you don't get rid of him is because he's been with the team for so long and they've been together. But it doesn't matter if you've been together this long and you aren't producing big wins.
My biggest thing goes back to the 2015 season when we lose a quarterback and we can win like 3 games after he goes down, or one game. I'm sorry, 1 game after he goes down. To me, that's like we said. Brandon Weed went to the Texans and won a game. That's not good coaching if you can't win with a backup quarterback. We needed to win 2 games throughout that stretch to make the playoffs. We get a new quarterback, a rookie quarterback comes in and can go 13-3, and you're telling me we changed that much of the team that we couldn't do it the year before? So, something tells me the coaching was, hey, we lost our guy, we're all down, and I don't know if the offensive line wasn't giving effort, but something big time was missing that year. And like I said, I think it was coaching.
Dude's got to win to me. So
and poor time management. Mike Nelson again for the win. He says Garrett has poor time management.
I mean, we all know that. This is not just us saying it. These are NFL coaches. These are personnel people that are saying the same thing about Garrett that we're saying. He's got to win. So no matter we love him or whatever, he can be the nicest guy in the world, but he's got to win games.
He's still our coach. I just want to see him win some games and
win games.
Justify. He could be around for a long time if he can actually win some playoff games. It's the same thing people said about Romo, unfortunately, is he can't win the big game. Do we need to look at another quarterback? Now we're just saying the same thing about a different position on the team. It just happens to be the head coach.
There it is. And make sure if you want to call in, the number is 1-866-217-1966, Silver and Blue Nation.
Yep. Let's hear your picks for the season.
Hear your picks for the season. Silver and Blue Nation brought to you by EB Sports Network in the studio today. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Sorry about I didn't get out to a few questions. Dino asked about, do you see a defensive tackle leading us in sacks? I can see Malik Collins. Check out the video. If you've seen him doing work, that's my guy. That's my breakout guy this year. I can see him getting 8 to 10 sacks. That's what he plays, the 3 technique, and that's where that's where Ron Marinelli guy is on that line. He wants that 3 technique, getting those big sacks. So I would love to see it, and I think Malik Collins can be our sack leader. Just because you don't talk about him. He doesn't talk a lot. You don't hear about Malik Collins in the news. You don't hear anything about, and I like those type of players that he looks like a guy, he just gets to work, he does what he needs to do, and he makes plays. And year 2 with him, as long as he stays injury-free, he is going to be a stud for us the next 10. I could see him being a 10-year career. You know who he reminds me of? I'm not saying who he is, but he reminds me of Geno Atkins from Cincinnati Bengals. He's just one of those guys that he's not going to look, when you look at him, he's not one of those athletic guys that you look at, but he just makes plays and gets sacks.
To do it.
And that's what I love about Malik Collins. So I could definitely see Malik Collins being our sack leader in 2017.
If anybody is trying to call in and we didn't get to you, just call us back. We only got one line open at a time, so just if you didn't get through, just keep trying. We'll get to you.
Yep, exactly. I think Sieber said he left us a message. We got the abilities to check that.
Call us back, Sieber.
Yeah, call us back, Sieber. Chris Craddock hits us up, says, who would you rather play in the playoffs, Green Bay again or Atlanta? I don't care about either one of them. I'm not scared of either one of those teams. We should have beat Green Bay. As I said before, anybody can say what they want. I make no excuses. We lost to Green Bay. But to me, it was one of those fluky games. It was one of those games where every team gets up to play the Cowboys. They were not going to play like that against the Atlanta Falcons. You could tell when you make 3 over 3 50-yard field goals in a game, to me, that is just one of those games it's meant to be. When you're catching passes that you never catch before, when you're getting toe drag swags everywhere, when you're getting sacked from behind with Jeff Heath and holding on the ball still and it doesn't fall out of your hands like any other quarterback it does, that lets me know it's just our time to lose that game, and I'm sorry. So that's why I give Garrett a pass on this one, but I don't care about Atlanta or Green Bay in the playoffs. We can beat either, and we're going to play in both this year, so we're going to show everybody.
Give us a call, Katina. Get in here with us.
Yeah, get in here with Katina.
Yeah, she said she wants a shout-out for her homie Maurice Cheeks. Mo Cheeks.
Mo Cheeks, what's up? Is this the Mo Cheeks that was the basketball player?
Or is it that was that one light song?
I don't know.
Cheeks guy, I don't know.
I don't know.
You'd know.
But, yeah, like I said, check him out.
What's up, Katina?
A few other things. I want to bring this up because you shared this on the page.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, and I got his name. His name is Mark
Nezachoa?
Nechoa.
This is spelled so wrong on here, by the way.
Nezachoa.
That says like Ned Chuck.
I think it's Nechoa.
That's probably Chuck Bednark is what that says.
Okay.
I don't know.
But that's the guy you shared, and I reshared it too. And that's the reason why I said that we need to have linebacker help.
Which is going to
because
come into what I want to talk to you next.
Talk to you about next.
But
because linebacker help, he
was depth.
No.
He was depth for it.
Listen. He's been with the squad 3 years.
He's done nothing.
He has 3 tackles.
3 tackles.
3 years, 3
they were
tackles.
all last year.
And he has the size, 6'3", 240 pounds, but his knee is always hurting. So that's why you need depth. I'm not excited about Anthony Hitchens starting. I think Anthony Hitchens is a backup.
You want Damian Wilson to start.
He at the strong side.
Right.
I told you, this prelude to what we're talking about, Darrell Washington or
David Harris.
David Harris in the middle. Why don't you do that?
I'm a big advocate for David Harris. Going back, he's not necessarily probably an all-pro linebacker, but dude is consistent. He's probably going to give you about 70 tackles and 2 or 3 sacks. When you look at Washington, he was a stud. Dude had about almost 100 tackles a year. I think his best year he had like 9 sacks, 9.5 sacks or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that was 3 years ago, and he hasn't played in 3 years. David Harris, you go back and look. I mean, he's 70 tackles for the past 7 years,
and he's been a leader.
And somebody said earlier about getting Revis for a locker room presence. That might have been
that's
Caesar,
who you get for a locker room.
That's
presence.
who I would want to. I'm saying let's go after David Harris. I think he'd be a really good fit. So that's my opinion on it. That's I think we need the help behind Nechoa anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just we need depth, and I think he's a good plug and play. He's like the Rolando McClain, just that kind of fit in and get you 70 tackles a year.
But we need somebody for that depth. Hey, and I feel you, Cowboys, Mark, when Garrett is always clapping. It makes me mad when he claps. I want us to clap on a NFC Championship or a Super Bowl. But to go back to the linebacker thing, now, I've been hearing about this kid, John Loto Leia, I believe. He's from.
Did you make that up?
No, he actually is on the team. He's a pretty good. They're saying he's showing up. He doesn't have great sizes. He's only like 5'11", maybe 6 foot, maybe 230 pounds, but he's everywhere. But at the end of the day, I like middle linebacker. I love Jaylon Smith. I love hearing him say he's going to be a starter week 1, but I still need insurance. I need insurance.
Right.
And insurance for a veteran like that who you don't have to keep him for 2-3 years. You get him for a 1, maybe 2-year deal. We already know. We can draft somebody else. But if Jaylon Smith is not ready, why wouldn't you have a David Harris in the middle next to a Sean Lee?
All right, guys, we're going to go back to the phone lines now. We got Katina on the line.
Katina calling in. What's up, Katina?
What's up?
How about them Cowboys?
How about them?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Katina?
What's up?
And
what's up?
And I'm keeping my hat down, by the way. I don't care. It's staying down. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm Magneto, incognito.
She said, what's up, Mo Cheeks?
I can dig it.
Yeah, so.
What's going on?
Hey, number one, we definitely appreciate you for the love that you showed the show and just the shout-outs you sharing our things and everything. It's like real big.
Get it started.
We do really appreciate it. We love the Cowboys love.
Yep.
So since you're on the phone right now, I need to hear what them Cowboys
going to do. It's a burning question.
What they going to be? What's their record? Got to hear from you.
I'm thinking 12-4.
12-4.
You heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Katina said 12-4 for the Cowboys this year.
Why we're going to be? Who do you think is going to be our toughest games this year?
That's a hard one. I'm thinking the Giants. We always seem to struggle with the
They're
Giants.
always tough. We owe them a beatdown.
I mean, they are the 2 teams that we lost to last year.
Right.
Right. I'm thinking we're gonna give them at least 1.
Yeah.
I think, Katina, I think we're going to sweep them this year just because I think the only reason why is just because I feel like, you know how they have that 1 year where they sweep you, but we were like right there. That second game, we should have beat them. I mean, the first game.
I think we could
really.
have.
I mean, we really should. The second game, was our
was
best.
that a Cole Beasley catch over the middle away from winning the first game?
But I'm saying our defense played astronomical that game. Now I'm thinking like maybe we might catch a loss to maybe like a Philly and sweep a Giants team this year because I feel like we just really the Giants just don't really have none. They got that good defense, but if we get on them early, our defense is playing good. They're not beating us. I'm not scared of Eli Manning no more.
No, he's getting a little older.
I'm not scared of him. I was scared of him.
I've never been scared of him.
I was scared of him. I was scared of him. He did make me mad because he throw these off-the-wall throws. Katina, didn't he throw these off-the-wall throws? And
he did.
Didn't he do it? Come on, Katina. We be ready to sack him. Every time we be right there ready to sack him, and he gets hit in the back, and then he throws a 15-yard pass on a 3rd and 14. They come down and kick a field goal, and they beat us, and I hate Eli Manning. But I'm not scared of you no more, Eli.
I never was.
I feel you.
What do you think about Garrett? Talk to me, Katina. What do you think about Garrett?
Think about who?
What do you think about Jason Garrett?
I'm okay with Jason, but he got to step it up.
Okay, thank you.
So we agree.
He got to bring it this year.
Yep.
We got a Coach Ware in the making. He got to bring it.
I like that.
Coach
I heard
Ware.
that. I heard that, DeMarcus Ware. We need to have somebody because don't you agree, Katina? Like, we all like you as a coach. You're a nice guy.
He got to do more than clap.
Exactly. And we all know about the clapping. I mean, like, for real. Like, as soon as he claps, I get so angry because I feel like it's after a bad play.
What you clapping for?
Yeah, stop clapping, man. Yell it. Go on that bench and get on the sideline and yell at them and stop clapping.
Does he know that this is a
He's too
timeout
nice.
like this?
He's too nice.
Exactly. I told you. I told you, Sean Payton.
Will Jacques in here trolling.
Oh, that's
Patriots
okay.
fan, but that's fine because he's still tuning in to check us out.
Yeah,
so.
we don't get on your page.
Yep.
But thank you, Katina.
Katina,
Where you repping from, Katina?
I'm in Georgia.
Georgia. She's a Georgia. Peach. She's a Georgia.
Now,
Peach.
I need you to get back in those comments and give Will what's coming to him for being a Patriots fan.
Yeah, get after Will.
You handle that for
We
us.
appreciate you calling in. We appreciate the love. Stay with us all day, and make sure you jump on there and get Will because he's a Patriots guy. And I know you know how to get out of him.
Yeah.
All right,
Tina.
Thank you. Appreciate you. We love you. Thank you.
See you.
All right.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Good show today. Hey, we appreciate all the love, everybody calling in.
You guys are the best.
Y'all are the best today. Like I said, man, to me, like I said, Jason Garrett is a hot topic. Guys have been looking good in the OTAs. I like how he's got the team together. That's, I guess, the thing with me. I want him to win. I want him to win bad. Maybe like I was wanting Romo to win bad, but I hope he doesn't be the Romo guy because it's kind of like you built this team yourself. It's kind of like he did build this team.
Hand-picked for him.
You almost picked this team yourself, and I hate for you to have to go because you can't win. So it's up to you, Jason Garrett, to make us get over the hump because we have the players and the team to do it now. Feel me?
You wanna wrap it up on this one? I think we can talk about it for a couple minutes. Zeke. His potential. He says he can have a better year this year, and I have hitched myself up to that bandwagon. I'm all about that. I already told you what I think. 2,000 yards plus. Rushing, not total yards.
I don't know about 2,000. I'm gonna say around that 1,800. It could be. It could be one of them years. I think the line. I really need to see Jonathan Cooper or that left guard really solidify. Somebody really needs to solidify that left guard position. I think La'el Collins is gonna really run with the right tackle this year. I think he's gonna be mean and nasty. That's everything they're all saying about him. And Zeke himself said he's left yards. He left yards.
We
he
know
left
we
plenty
did.
of yards.
We know we did because we watched Doug Free cost him, 10 yards a game. Let's just say that there's at least 150 yards that are sitting out there because of Doug Free.
Right.
So last year he carried the ball about 330 times, averaged about 5.1 a carry.
Okay.
So this year if he gets up to like 350 and about 5.5 yards per carry, he's like 70 yards short of 2,000. So I see him getting 350 handoffs probably. If not,
he's going to get over 350
and I think he's going to
carries.
average closer to 5.8 yards per carry.
That's a big number.
It's a big number.
That's a big
but if you
number.
look at the guys
That's a big number,
the guys
man.
that rush for 2,000 yards were 400 carry, 5.4, 5.5, 5.6. So I mean, he's going to be right around there anyway to have to get 2,000 yards. I just see him not having a whole bunch of carries. He's going to bust off runs like he did against the Steelers and Bengals against everybody else.
So basically, are you thinking that we're going to set records as far as numbers, points-wise? Because if you're saying a 2,000-yard rusher, our offense is going to be just as explosive.
It's predicated on Zeke. Everything goes through him, in my opinion. It's going to open up the passing game. And I'm just seeing him, busting off 10, 15-yard rushes instead of 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I think we didn't see a lot of that this first year, and I think because you saw as the year progressed, him getting the long
Look
runs,
at the Giants game where the very first Giants game, he was timid to hit the hole. Second game, he figured it out. Third game, he figured it out a little bit more. It's just the way he's going to grow with the line. They're going to feed him. If he ends up with 400 carries, there's no doubt in my mind he's pushing the NFL record for yards in the season, but I don't think he's going to have 400 carries.
My thing with Zeke, I know he's going to get them tough yards. I want to see them explosive runs that I know he can get. I want to see a lot of those 30, 40, 50-yard breakoffs, getting right through the line, seeing the hole, getting through the line, and boom. Next thing you know, just like if we're down or if we're in a big game, boom, that big 70, 80-yard run that just crushes you.
Right.
Or if it's the
80-yard screen pass.
Exactly.
That's
It's the
still an
third.
element
It's the
too.
third quarter. It's the
He
fourth
only caught
quarter.
like 30 balls last year.
And you've seen how DeMarco Murray, as we said it time and time again, he's averaged like 50 catches a season with us. So if you get Zeke even more touches as far as in the passing game, he's going to be super explosive. And if you looked at him in camp, the boy just looks big.
Yeah.
Big, strong, and fast. And Linehan was saying about Zeke is that he likes being the hunted. He likes people coming after him. He loves that challenge and relishes that challenge.
That preseason week 1 last year when he took on why am I blanking on his name right now? Cam Chancellor. When you took him on, you're just like, okay, he's not afraid of anybody in the NFL. That's one of the hardest hitters in the NFL, and you're just like, I'm going to lower my shoulder and run you over.
Well, I mean, if you were a Cowboys fan last year and you seen that in the game, and you seen that, you were like, okay, we're good. Like you knew he was good, but it was kind of like in that Seattle game, he had to prove it to all of us. We knew you were good. We knew you were good. But in that Seattle game, it was much like Dak. We had to see you against Seattle Seahawks, third preseason game of the year. Not the first, not the second. The third preseason game of the year is the game where the starters are playing that first half or maybe to the third. That's why Romo was in there. Romo got hurt. So you would see that. So when we saw Zeke running that ball, that was the first game he ever played, and he ran it hard and tough and fast and took over those guys.
He's always going to have a chip on his shoulder. He's got to prove something.
Right.
Everybody says you were the 4th pick. Nobody wants a running back at the 4th overall pick. So he's always going to have a little chip on his shoulder, not like an Anthony Brown chip. Or
don't do that. Don't ever.
But like I said, he's got that. It's a stigma he's got to live up to.
Yeah.
So I expect big things from him. Like I said,
he went to Ohio State, so I can't. You expect big things when you play at the Ohio State University and you're a running back.
I'm an Ohio State fan, and I watched Carlos Hyde there, and most of these people here know who Carlos Hyde is.
Right.
He was one of my favorite running backs in college. The dude, his senior year, had, I think, 1 carry, if not none, for negative yardage from scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
So he came in the next year. I'm like, man, what's going to happen? You saw Zeke a little bit his freshman year, get a couple carries, and you're like, okay, this kid's going to be pretty good. Sophomore year, he comes out, and you're, okay, who is Carlos Hyde?
Right.
Just gone. And this dude's now in the NFL looking like a beast. I'm talking about Carlos Hyde. And this is why Zeke's at Ohio State, and I knew it then. Somebody's getting a beast.
All right, well, let's jump back into the phone lines. We got Antoine on the line. What's up, Antoine?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What
Great
up?
job, matter of fact.
Hey, what up? We appreciate you, big dog.
Cowboys?
Is this Antoine Guess?
Yes.
Yeah, what's up, big dog? See, I know you. I remember it. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, big dog.
I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
What y'all guys think with the money that we do have saved up, that we look hard into Darryl Washington and consider Reeves? What y'all think about that?
Well, me, first of all, on that question, I love the question, by the way. With the Darryl Washington situation, I love him based on talent. Now, I was saying that the only reason why I would love to sign him. Let me just say, I would sign him. But the only reason why I don't think they will is because they don't want the PR backlash. He had domestic violence. I mean, okay, you had the substance abuse, but when you have domestic violence on your record, a lot of people are going to look at that a lot more. We just brought in Greg Hardy. We didn't like that experience, man. And even though he may say, though he may say he changed, where somebody you have a David Harris who was released as well, that's somebody who I would see them leaning more to if they were to sign somebody, not by talent. They would take him on talent, but I think they would be worried about the backlash with the domestic violence on his thing.
I agree.
So what about Reeves then?
Reeves already said I'm cool on Reeves. Reeves to me, think about it, Antoine. Reeves, it's June right now, right? And nobody has touched him. Nobody has touched him at all. No NFL team has looked at Darrelle Revis. Isn't that strange to you? At no team who needs
you're exactly right. I agree with you.
Who needs cornerback help, and this was one of the greats in the game, and nobody's touching him right now. So why should we, if we have money and we're just getting out of salary cap hell, Our $16 million is dropping off this year. Why would we go and sign you for $6 or $7 million and use that for you? And we don't even know for sure if you're that same player can get us over the hump. That's wasting money to me. Let's roll with the young guys we got. Stay away from Darrelle Revis. If there was only one player I would trade for was Richard Sherman. We're not even going to do that.
Yeah.
So let's roll what we got and see what we need to do and get these rookies ready for the regular season.
I
Let's
see him
roll with those guys.
potentially getting Harris as a depth fill. You know, I could see that. I think he'll come along at a decent price and about the same as you could probably get Washington for, honestly. So I think they would probably go with Harris over that.
This is something that I'm confused about, and y'all guys can help me with this. We do not have a veteran backup quarterback.
Right.
And we know who out there. We know the elephant in the room. Why not just let's go on it? Come on, what's the holdup?
I mean, the holdup is once again, it's the PR. I had Shane. He disagreed with the Washington. I'm telling you, if you don't think that they're doing due diligence on it, why you think the Cowboys are doing their due diligence on Darrell Washington? Because of that domestic violence.
Right.
Okay, we already have people on our team with marijuana charges.
I gotta look at him.
We already seen that, but they're looking at that DV and the repercussions. It's the same thing with the Colin Kaepernick thing. We both said on here right now, we take Colin Kaepernick right now.
Right now.
He fits our team. He fits what we need to do.
You don't have to change the offense.
We don't
if
have to
something
change
happens.
everything with him, and he's been proven in the league. We're not getting him because we're supposedly America's team.
Yep.
People don't want to have to deal with that because if you hear about it, people say we're America's team. That was un-American what he did. We're looking, can he win games if Dak Prescott gets hurt?
I'm looking at a guy that can come in behind our offensive line and complete 60% of his passes and not go
still hand off to Zeke.
Not go 3 and 13 if
somebody's been to the Super Bowl.
You know, somebody with playoff experience who's been farther than anybody else on our team. Like, trust me, that one irks me. I really don't understand. I mean, I think he probably wants too much to come be our backup, but I don't see how one of the 32 teams in the NFL is taking flyers on, Cooper Rushes and Blake Bortles and people like that over him. I really don't.
We know what it is, Antoine. Just like you know what it is.
We know what it is.
We know what it is.
Yeah,
It's the politics of the game.
I want him bad.
And I don't feel great about Kellen Moore. But, hey, it is what it is. I think they're still going to look at a veteran closer. If you look at the way Dallas does, we wait to the end of the training camp and wait to the end of those where you see some feelers where some guys get cut. I think they're just standing pat to see if we have any injuries. Injuries can change the game. We could sign maybe a Darrelle Revis if we have some major injuries. But if we don't have injuries, we're not signing no people like that.
There's no 90 to 70 cut down this year. It's just 93 to 53 this year.
Right.
So there's no second cut in there. So you're going to see a lot of players get released later in the year. You'll see some moves, I think, at that point. Probably linebacker and probably corner depth at that point.
Hey, Antoine, what do you think our record's going to be this year?
I think 11-5. 11-5 would be – I would go for 11-5. Because we got a tougher – like y'all guys just said, we got a tougher schedule this year. It's going to help us to be more battle tested. And the division has got a lot tougher.
Right.
So I could see 11-5 reasonable.
Yep. And I'm not mad at that at all. That's still, like I said, that's still
very good.
Who's
going to be mad at 11-5 and you win the division? I'm feeling great about that. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? We're feeling battle tested. If we do lose some teams, it's going to be one of those tough games. It's going to be blowouts. I don't see us.
We got the Falcons.
It'll be
Packers,
down to the wires.
We got some tough.
We'll be competitive
in
every
AFC
single
West.
game this year, so I'm not worried about it. Hey, where you shouting out from, Antoine? Where you shouting out from?
Spartanburg, South Carolina.
South Carolina, the Gamecocks. What's up? We appreciate you, big dog. Hey, we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Y'all guys doing a great job.
Hey, we appreciate you tuning in, liking the show, liking the page. Make sure you tell all your friends Silver and Blue Nation is How About Them Cowboys all day. Give me How About Them Cowboys.
Okay. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye, fellas.
All right.
See you, Anton.
Another big call. We appreciate y'all. It just feels so good. All the Cowboys love. I love the Cowboys love. How about them Cowboys? And you know what?
I want to get this.
I want to
see this little thing right here.
Well, I want to see
this little star. You see
I
that?
like that too, though.
But you see this?
Yeah, Silver and
Blue Nation.
Check us out.
I want to get a shirt. I want to say it right here.
Yeah, we gotta get.
And
some
it's gonna
Silver
say like
Blue.
unofficial Cowboys fan club, and then all of y'all need to get one.
Yeah, Silver
So
Blue
let's-
Nation.
let's,
Put your names on the back.
Or you hate
Yeah.
them, but you will
You gonna tune in?
and turn
Yeah, I'll tune in.
to see what people are saying about them. That's why they
No.
call America's team.
Eventually, we'll bump into people because it's America's team. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
And
We'll be seeing people wearing that
Cowboys-
shirt and be like, I know you.
Cowboys fans are everywhere. See what I'm saying?
How many of y'all are going to the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah.
We're going to the Hall of Fame
we're
game.
going to the Hall of Fame game, so make sure you're there. We're going to be there. So if anybody is going to the Hall of Fame game, clap, clap, clap. if anybody's going to the Hall of Fame game. Silver and Blue Nation is going to be there. So everybody who's calling in, try to get there so we can all just have a big Silver and Blue Nation Cowboys party.
I might have found a little pizza place we can party at.
Oh man,
that might be a little something we talk about later.
Some bros.
Off the air maybe.
Oh man,
nah,
we grown.
You know what?
Man.
Hey,
we grown.
It's our show.
Yeah,
I'll drink a little.
So having said that, I want me some glory hole.
I hear you. Hey,
so we about to wrap this one up, get ready for the next one, or are we gonna keep going?
Go a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit longer.
I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about Dez Bryant right quick, mentoring Ryan Switzer.
Yeah.
It's been big. Dez has been in the news pretty much like all week, but I think I'm getting excited about this because everybody's excited about Ryan Switzer. Everybody's excited about it, and you have reason to be. But can you not get more excited when you see Dez Bryant saying, "Look, Ryan Switzer look at him like he my big brother." Dez Bryant's like, I'm trying to take you over my wings. They both, to me, got that attitude. Ryan Switzer had that attitude. I think that's what everybody loved about Switzer. He has this like little cocky. He's got this little swagger, cocky little attitude. And what more person to go better hand in hand with than Dez Bryant, who's that emotional type leader? He's going to get you better. He's going to school you in the game. And Ryan Switzer's going to want to impress Dez because he calls him like, you're like my big brother. So he's going to want to turn up and show out. So that's going to make him better.
Best thing I heard from Dez on that whole scenario, Dez said he's got that ish you can't teach.
Right.
That's it. That's what I want. He's a naturally gifted football player, and like you said, Dez is going to take him under his wing. Hopefully somebody else will show him how to run routes.
Right.
But no better tools.
But he was already running good routes when he was at North Carolina. That was one of his good things.
There's no better person. You see Dez's passion on the sideline.
Passion, that's what he said.
He's fiery, and that's why, like, you see him slapping, clipboards and stuff. Greg Hardy stuff. But to me, with him, it's more of why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we putting ourselves? And it's not of screw you.
Right.
It's not a personal. It's a team thing. I want to win this game. Why aren't we doing this? You're not helping us get in a position to do this.
Right.
So that's what I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. Dez got me.
Should we try to take one more phone call before we end it here?
Yeah, we're gonna
see if we can get somebody else to call in for us.
Yeah.
See that pen.
Yeah, let's get one more call because we're gonna cut it off here in a minute, and then we're gonna be back on 6:30. Make sure you tune in. Hey, Cowboys fans, even though we may have talked a little bit earlier about some Cowboy stuff, we still got some more Cowboy stuff to talk about. Trust me, I got stats on days. I got stats. Look at all these papers I have up there. I got stats on stats. I don't got laptops, but I got stats on stats on stats.
So let's get one more call.
He's an old head.
866.
I got stats.
It's toll free. 866-217-1966. Let's take one more. Get him in here.
One more phone call.
Yeah, Ron Smith. Switch has been the darling of the OTAs this year, and I can't wait.
Give us a call. Be the last caller, Ron. Yeah, he's from Utah. I know he wants to call in.
The Utes. You know what I mean?
He wants to call in.
But if you can't get excited about Cowboys football, that's what everybody is. We've been waiting for so long. It's like we've been waiting for so long to get the team that we finally wanted, to get the team where we could look at the Patriots and them Steelers and them Seahawks and say we can bang with you because we're the Cowboys. We're finally getting that mojo and that moxie back that we had in them 90s, where as soon as we walked on the field, we're going to beat you, and we're going to beat you bad. That's the attitude the Cowboys teams have had for so long. And we would usually walk on the field and have that attitude but didn't have the talent and get our heads beat in. Now we're finally getting the talent to back up that moxie.
That's why a lot of people hated us, too, is because we had that moxie and swagger and weren't doing nothing.
Right.
Well, and that's why people hated it. You know what I mean? That was you all ain't done nothing.
Right.
So why you acting like you own the place?
Well, because we're the Cowboys. I mean, because you know what we're always going to say with the Cowboys. You can't hold that.
Right.
But when you can say we choked all you want to, but if you're a real football purist, if you really watch that game, we really didn't choke that game. We made some mistakes.
You talking about the Packers game?
Yeah.
We didn't choke that game.
We didn't choke that game. That was some mental mistakes.
I wouldn't call that a choke. Coming back from 20 points down.
That was not a choke. A choke is the Atlanta Falcons 28-3, or a choke is the game when we played Green Bay and when Aaron Rodgers was hurt and Matt Flynn killed us.
Yeah.
That was a choke when we were beating them 26-3 at halftime, and they came back and beat us.
That's choke.
That's a choke.
Right.
But when you see what we played against them last year in that playoff game, it gave you reason and hope. It gave even though it hurt you, it stung you, but it made you feel good because you're like, we're going to be sweet for them. We're going to be good.
At the end of it, you're like, well, we still just took the Packers down to the wire, and they had to hit a 53-yarder to beat us.
And they had to play out of their mind.
And you had to get one of the best throws I've ever seen. And you had to have one of the best first quarters I've ever seen.
Ever. Like you had to have a quarterback who had to play lights out.
We weren't supposed to win that game.
We weren't supposed to win that game. I mean, there's no other way.
I'm not saying it's rigged. I'm just saying
the football gods.
The football gods said
you're not going to win this game.
You need a reality check. so that you can come in next year hungry,
even hungrier,
and ready to do something.
Because if that loss doesn't sting and make you hungrier for next year, I don't know what does. When you feel like you left something on the table, when you felt like you left a team that was on the table that could really do something, and then you get great additions this year that are rookies that are hungry and thirsty to wear and rep that star. Now you're looking at what?
A lot of those guys last year were getting their first playoff experience. So for them to even get that little taste of it, you know, now they're like, okay, this is what it's like. Now it's not as big of a deal.
Right.
You know, you're a little bit more comfortable when you get there. But now it's, I want to win. I watched the
You
Packers win that
expect
game.
to
I
be
want
here
to
every
see it.
year.
Like, yeah, it's not.
When's the last time Dallas had back-to-back playoffs? Been a very long time.
94, 95.
It's been a very long time since we
Long
had
time.
back-to-back playoffs and back-to-back division wins.
Yep.
I mean, division seasons. So, and it's been a long time since in the NFC that has been done. It's not doing it every single week. It's
Right.
not like every single year you're seeing the same team repeat. So what we need to do is build on what we had last year. We won the division last year. Let's win the division this year. We might lose a few more games, but we still win that division. We're battle-tested. Now we're trying to make
Let's
that
go.
playoff run that we're supposed to do.
Danielle chimed in. She might be my pizza connection.
Oh, yeah. We need some food later.
What's up, little sis?
Oh, that's all good, Ron. We appreciate you, though, big dog. We got
All right,
another
guys.
caller on here?
Yep, we got a caller. It's Angel. What's up, Angel?
Mr. Rodriguez.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Angel?
Hey, before you say anything,
Uh-oh.
Angel, I respect your Cowboys knowledge. It's so deep.
does.
I listen when you jump in there. I love having that mind. You give me that good mind play with Cowboys. So I appreciate you, dog.
This is a
appreciate
fun
you.
call. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what all I do on my downtime. Just, you know, watch anything those guys on the on DallasCowboys.com and
Right.
flip through ESPN and
You're on that
NFL. Watch
SilverandBlueNation.com.
those
Check it
guys
out.
watch the same articles. And Silver and Blue Nation is a blessing, man, because there's no news pumping on the weekend, and these guys just pump it on Sundays.
That's it, man.
Man, I can't tell you how hyped I am. I just found y'all about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so it's definitely something I got to get in the routine. But you guys, man, y'all are killing it right now.
Hey, we appreciate you, big dog. We
We're
appreciate,
doing
like
it
I said, your
for the
Cowboys
fans.
knowledge. So I heard you. Did you? Was your prediction the 14-2?
It
Was
was.
that you? Was the 14-2?
Yeah, man.
Tell me why 14-2.
It's. I just watching this team, man, and you know, just everyone's anticipating, you know, the Dak sophomore slump on the networks, man. But I just don't see it. I watched our team go. You know, I watched them dial back Tony Romo. Tony Romo would throw so much, and then in 2014 they dialed back, and he finally was successful.
Right.
And I think, you know, they wanted to do the same thing with Matt Castle and Brandon Whedon, but it's just so hard when you don't have someone with some type of talent or something else to kind of take pressure off. And let's face it, you know, Randall with all his problems and McFadden, as good as he was, he couldn't get it done in the red zone.
He didn't scare anybody.
We could get it done, you know, inside, you know, from 20 to 20. But when we got into the red zone, that was the biggest stat. You know, they have 8 rushing touchdowns in 2015, and then 16 Zeke and, you know, the rest of the guys, they blow it open. So we just weren't a threat. We could move the ball up and down. He, you know, he still got to the 4th leading rusher, you know, with just, 8 starts or something. He didn't start until like week 8. So, I don't feel like, you know, I just feel like this team understands what its bread and butter is. And if anything, you know, it just helps that Dak is progressing, you know, getting faster, getting stronger in training camp, blowing all those tests out the water.
Better reads, better playbook knowledge.
And yeah, he's adjusted to the playbook. I don't know if they'll get, you know, cute with their offenses. I think I've heard somebody quote. I don't think they'll
Teddy
get,
Bruschi
you know, that crazy.
Yeah,
Bruschi. I don't, you know, you can't compare it to the Foles. You can't compare it to RG3. You know, with RG3, he was going with endorsements and stuff, and he had his head in other things, and he got hurt. Foles
he wasn't as big and thick like Dak.
Yeah. You know, I mean, Dak's so physical with that. You know, you can ask that Washington corner that got stiff arm. But I just don't really see the slump. I mean, if he throws, Romo had like 9 interceptions, so if he has 5 more interceptions tagged on, you know, well, you know, he's human. So as long as I still think he can keep it under 10, possibly, be as efficient. I don't see why he can't get any better because he's learning from, I think he's in the playbook. He's grinding. He's sitting up there studying. So I think his goal is probably to say, hey, I want to throw less interceptions than I did last year. I want to, recognize where I'm in the pocket. I want to not throw that red zone he threw, I think, in that Philly game, that interception he threw in the red zone in that Philly game, that almost, had to have us come back with that, that excellent Witten overtime touchdown. I just feel like he's going to grind it out. With Zeke, the only thing I think that's holding him back from a 2,000-yard season is I just think, the Cowboys are going to be up. I was looking at a stat. He only ran for over 25 carries, like maybe two or three times. And then he had like that game in Cincinnati where he only had 15 carries, but he had like over 130 yards. But a lot of times I saw them pull him out the fourth quarter. Didn't get to play in Philly. Didn't get to play the whole game in Detroit. So I just see Garrett. Garrett is one of those, kind of the Tony Dungy type.
Yeah,
doesn't care about stats.
Yeah, he's gonna pound that ball more than anything else. I think that's the reason why he got that. I mean,
he had 1,600 yards in 15 games.
If you look at the way the line is built, to me, the team is built just like the 90s. I mean, the way it's constructed, he has the 90s type team, and we're trying to get maybe that defense that maybe sparks it to basically take us over the edge. Because to me, I think we're set offensively. If we just do what we need to do as far as getting those guys off the field quickly and getting the offense back on the field, I think that's where it takes us to the next level, and that's where we actually do damage.
Yeah, man, I'm very excited about the defense. I think I discussed that with y'all last week with who we couldn't on the defensive line. Now I'm hearing some noise about the DeMontre Moore. He wasn't even in my top 8. Kind of just breaking it down. I think we carry like two true one techniques, and then you have a whole bunch of defensive ends that can slide inside in that 3 to kind of spell like Malik Collins once in a while. I just think maybe the linebacking cores are most suspect kind of thing.
That's
and
what I've been saying.
As much nickel as they play, though, it just. I mean, if Lee gets hurt, we're in trouble. I can't too much count on Jalen right now as much faith as I have in him. I just got to see it, just like like everybody else. But I'm more or less leaning toward if these guys here they didn't draft a linebacker, which was like 14 years. Since they haven't drafted a linebacker, I thought I heard a stat or something. It's been 10+ years.
Yeah,
they've been drafting linebackers, and they didn't draft one. They didn't address the position, so that kind of raised my antennas a little bit. But the linebacker. But Hitchens played well.
Yeah,
he's not a Pro Bowler, but he played well.
Well, I know one thing. We're definitely going to see. Coming if we're going to get some signings or anything like that. Yep. Where you repping from? Is it Angel? Where you repping from?
Yeah, sir. I'm over here in Beaumont, Texas.
Beaumont, Texas. Another Texas boy. We appreciate you, dog.
Awesome.
Well, hey, we appreciate your call.
Yep.
We about to head out here. If you ain't doing nothing later, check us out. No, not check us out next week. Check us out.
We're going to go to one more call real quick, guys.
6:30.
6:30.
So make sure you stay with us. We appreciate you, big dog. Stay with us. Appreciate you repping us.
Appreciate
we
you.
love you, dog.
How about them Cowboys?
Man, appreciate y'all.
How about them Cowboys?
Cowboys for life.
All day.
Sir. Caller number 2 making the hotline blink.
I gotta get.
Who do we got on the line?
Is this Carlos?
No, this is not Carlos.
Who we got on the line? Go ahead, caller. What's your name?
My name is Glenn, calling from Georgia.
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 I'd like to know what y'all guys think about if the Cowboys can get a guy like Darrell Washington to come play linebacker for the Cowboys.
I mean, he's been the hot topic. Yeah. As soon as he was basically reinstated, or the thoughts of him being reinstated, I put it out there on the post. I personally want Darrell Washington, him or Harris. But I want Darrell Washington because of his ability. He was one of the best linebackers before he got in trouble in the NFL. The dude has, I don't care, I know he hasn't played 3 years, but you see certain players that are certain type of athletes that even if they sit out 1 or 2 years like a Josh Gordon that could come in and still play NFL football. I would love to sign him. I'm just I don't know if they do it. People have said, oh, they take troubled players, but I don't know if they're going to do it because of the domestic violence thing. But yes, I want Daryl Washington. He is nasty. He will help our defense. He will give us that edge. Yes, I hear you.
He had 100 and some tackles and 9 sacks.
He's a beast.
In 2012.
And he can cover.
In 2012.
He's violent. He's
in
rough.
2012.
He's rugged.
It's 5 years ago, man.
Do you like him?
Oh, yes. I think he would be the perfect fit. Just like you just said, he'll give you that nastiness that you need.
We need that, don't you think, caller? Don't you think we need that, man?
Oh, we need that desperately.
I mean, because
desperately. Because I want to go back to being Doomsday.
Yes.
You know, I want the whole America.
Yes.
Yep. Some of that glory hole.
Yes, I mean that's what I've been screaming. Marinelli, I wrote an article on. You can check that out. Rob Marinelli, can he bring the Doomsday back to D? That's what I want to have. When we were good offensively, even in the 90s or even in the 70s, when we had those all-star teams, it was that defense that we had that took us over the edge. And once we get the defense in place, then teams you're not going to beat us. You're just not going to beat us.
Nope.
That's true. I mean, I agree 100%. One more thing real quick.
Yes, sir.
What do y'all think about the Revis talk?
Me, I've already said it. I'm cool on Revis. Like I said, I think he's just one of those guys. Everybody say he's a veteran. He could be a teacher. Where have you ever heard Darrelle Revis teaching anybody? I never heard of Darrelle Revis teaching anybody. All I heard is Darrelle Revis getting paid. So to me, it's a money thing with him. He wants to get paid. No other team has reached out to him. There's 30-some other teams, and no team has reached out to him. To me, that's telling.
Didn't he go to Tampa? Didn't last long.
And I mean, and
he
he's
went to New England,
he's had
didn't
major
last long.
injuries to his knee, so he's lost a major step. We've seen it. The thing to me is nobody else has reached out to him, so why should we? Let's keep our money. Let's roll with these rookies. Let's roll what we got. Unless we have any kind of major injuries, let's leave him alone.
There'll be some other able-bodied corners. I think that'll probably get cut when they do the roster cuts down to 53-man. So I think we can just hang on for a little bit and find somebody. I mean, I just don't think Revis is super important to the team right now. I don't think he's going to bring a whole bunch. I think we've got Nolan Carroll to basically fill the same void that he would, and probably a little bit cheaper right now.
Yeah. So,
before I agree with that.
And let me ask you this before you get off: what's our record this year?
I think we'll go. I'm with the other call. I think 14-2.
14-2. I hear you. I would love 14-2.
I love it.
I mean, the reason why I say that, you know, everybody's saying we got a tough schedule, but this is a young team, but this is a team that I wouldn't want to face.
Right.
I wouldn't want to face the team.
And don't forget the schedule was really tough last season, too.
Right.
It really was.
And they marched through it like Sherman marched through Atlanta.
Yeah, and I like hearing that.
Hey, some real knowledge getting dropped on you.
Well,
you know, I feel like it's going to be the same thing, and you can throw this in the pot for free. We're going to the Super Bowl, and we're going to take it all.
Okay, well, if you're throwing that in the pot,
he's doing it in there.
I love your prediction. I'm going to stir that up and eat that all day. So we definitely appreciate that,
Yes,
and
sir.
I want to see
I'm
that.
ready
Because
for
if we
some of
get
that,
six, if y'all all know, if we get 6, it's a wrap.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
How about them Cowboys? Hey, we appreciate it. This is Marcus. Was this Marcus?
This was Glenn.
Glenn, we appreciate you,
Yeah.
Glenn. Thank you for calling in.
One quick, my nickname is Dr. Doomsday.
Dr. Doomsday. Well, make sure you tuning in, Dr.
Yep.
Doomsday.
We'll see you
I
guys
love
at
the name.
6:30 tonight. Dr. Doomsday.
Dr.
Bring
Doomsday,
it.
make sure you tune in. Appreciate you, big
Yes,
dog.
sir.
All right, thanks, man.
How about
All
them
right.
Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Well, hey, we about to wrap it up.
Yep, I think it's about time.
About to wrap it up. So
We got
make
we
sure
got a
you
show.
tune in
6:30.
for part 2, 6:30, on EB Sports Network.
Yep, we'll link it on the page.
We'll link
Go
it
to
on the page.
SilverBlueNation.com.
SilverBlue Nation, more Cowboys football.
SB Nation 17
more
for the
Cowboys
Twitter,
talk.
Instagram,
all that
Silver Blue Nation,
good stuff.
YouTube.
And
We're on YouTube right now too.
Yeah, we're streaming there.
Right
So
there.
Make sure you
So,
check us out. And we had
you can
look, see the number. Had a number right there on the screen. Just check us out. Make sure you can
Uh-huh.
call in. You can call in on the second line. We can talk more Cowboys football. We're taking more calls on the next show.
See, it's 6:30.
And
We'll do
wait,
this again.
before we get off, Katina asked, what were we going to be doing for the Sundays when the games are on?
Probably
what are we going to be
Mondays.
doing? So we're probably looking at possibly Mondays. We'll let all y'all know that ahead of time, how we're going to schedule that.
Yep.
We want to fine tune it to where, everybody's going to be watching them Cowboys games.
I think
So we
we've
don't
only
want to
got
interfere
one
with that.
Monday night game this year,
Yeah,
so we want to make
so
sure we want you guys to be able to watch the game.
We'll make sure
not
we
us because we want to watch the game too.
coordinated to where it's going to be not interfering with Cowboys football, but we'll still be talking Cowboys all day.
That's it. So
make sure we're on that. So
you ready for the weekly recaps?
Answer.
We got plans.
Yeah,
we got plans.
That's your answer for that, Katina. So
yep.
Without that being said, we're going to check y'all at 6:30. I'm Big Game James.
JK. Producer G over there.
Producer G over here.
He was a silent guy, but make sure y'all check us out 6:30.
A lot more going on
6:30.
Check
back.
us out 6:30. All
Carlos,
our peoples. All
be
our
caller number 1 next
Carlos,
show. Carlos,
yes,
Carlos.
We ain't forgot about you. Carlos Beast, Mo Zappian. Before we get off, make sure you call us on that 6:30 show. We will try to get that call and holler at you.
I gotta watch my Buckeyes, Angel. I can't do Saturdays. Get out of here.
For sure. All right,
peace. Y'all.
How about them Cowboys?
You love them or you hate them, but you will tune in and turn in to see what people are saying about them. That's why they call America's team. Touchdown!
And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.